What is going on, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard with another Division 2 video. Today is Wednesday, January 27th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. As most of you know by now, there was no state of the game today. However, the game did let us know what we can expect with next Tuesday's update, so we want to go over a few things in regards to that, and also take some time and answer the questions you've sent us over the last few days. Now, if you happen to be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here, and our current one is for an Xbox Series X. However, more importantly, we will also be making a donation in the winner's name to St. Jude Children's Hospital for $500. We will be announcing the winner on April 4th of this year to celebrate our 1-year anniversary at the channel, and all you need to do to enter is subscribe here or follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine. As always, my friends, please keep in mind that watching our content is not a requirement to win. Only watch the things here you may enjoy. That's why we give you the option of entering via Twitter. Having said that, let's get into today's video. There's a lot I want to get into today, my friends. We're going to jump right into it. Now, to begin, I am really surprised that they didn't have a state of the game this week. I mean, it wasn't necessary. I thought they'd give us a message. However, the most important thing, in my opinion, is that we are still on schedule for that February 2nd update. What that means is on Monday, February 1st, we will have all of the patch notes for TU 12.1. I'll bring you guys a video, let you know all of the details of the changes we can expect. However, right now, thankfully, we do have a few things that are coming to the game that I know a lot of us are looking forward to. So going into yesterday, I know a huge portion of the community was expecting to hear something from the game. And as we start off, I want to give a huge shout out to Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear. I'm sure you guys already know his content. The guy's a legend. He's amazing. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, I mean, I'm sure all of you have, but if you haven't, definitely check him out. Anyway, you can see here that Buzz reached out to different community members in the division and said basically, is there going to be a state of the game tomorrow, or can you at least give us a heads up? And thankfully, one of the community developers who works for Ubisoft and the Division game responded to him. You can see here his response reads as follows: no state of the game tomorrow. TU 12.1 releases on February 2nd with the Resident Evil apparel event, a rebalance of the optimization station cost, as well as 4K 60 FPS support for next-gen consoles. Now, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Johan, who's the community developer that reached out to Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear's tweet. And there are so many times in this community we don't hear a response in regards to something that we're asking. So again, thank you so much for taking the time and just letting us know what's going on. Having said that, that confirmation is really great for two reasons. First of all, you have the next-gen consoles getting that upgrade. I'm looking forward to it because I can't wait to share with you guys, how it looks. I'm really hoping for the best. We'll see what happens. But more importantly, they talk about the optimization station and the fixes that are on the way. Now, at this point, we do not have the breakdown of what the changes to optimizing your items and weapons are going to be. However, like I said on Monday the 1st, once we get the patch notes, I will definitely bring you all that information. Now, while we're on the topic of communication between the game and its players, I have to say over the last 3 or 4 days, and you've given me this feedback as well, I have seen a huge improvement with how the game is actually responding. Now, I'd like to take a minute and show you a few examples of what I'm referring to. So right here, you have someone who reached out to the division and they said, any chance we get cross-save between Xbox and PS5 this year? I bought a PS5 and do not want to lose all of my progress from Xbox. The game then directly responded by saying at this time, cross-save across platforms is not planned to be implemented, so you will need to start over if you begin playing on another platform. And this is something that people have been asking about for a while, and I know the game has addressed it before, but the fact that they're now starting to talk about these things on a more regular basis is definitely a step in the right direction. Another example I can give is something that actually happened to me yesterday. Well, let me backtrack for a second. So for the last 6 days or so, I have not had any sound while playing the Division 2. I mean, nothing, not a gunshot, no music, no sound effects, no voiceovers, it has been dead silent. Which now brings me to yesterday, and I had reached out to Ubisoft support through their website. I hadn't heard a thing back, so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to tweet them directly. I'm going to mention the fact that I don't have any sound, I haven't heard anything, and could somebody please respond and just give me some heads up on what to do. And my friends, what's crazy is that within 15 minutes, I got an email from support saying, hey, what's going on? Here's your ticket number. Let us know what's happening and how can we help? And what's strange is that, when I sent the tweet, one of our family members, Kurt, asked me if I was still having an issue with my PlayStation. And the issue he was referring to is the fact that I have not been able to log on to my PlayStation account for 4 months. Now, it could be working now, I don't know, but to be honest with you, I just totally gave up because I was tired of the back and forth and things not actually getting resolved. Now, the reason I'm bringing up the PlayStation issue is because I never mentioned that in the initial tweet. That was in one of the sub-conversations. So what that means is when I sent this message out to support, they actually took their time, read through it, and responded to me accordingly. And to be honest with you, I'm not used to that. And like I said, it's a definite move in the right direction. Most of you that have seen my previous videos, you know the luck I've had with Ubisoft support. They have not been the best to me. However, I am very happy to say that we're working through the issue. I mean, it's not like we're going to marriage counseling, but it's like, we're working it out, people. No, it's because they reached out. They're helping me solve the issue. And to me, just that response means so much. Now, staying on the topic of communication, many of you have reached out wondering why the state of the game was canceled. And to be honest with you, it's because there really wasn't a point in having one because all the information they were going to share with us today, we actually already know. What you're seeing on screen right now is the roadmap we were given a few months ago, and it talks about everything upcoming from December into February, and the most important aspect about this is that it's still accurate, meaning they are still on track to do all the things they actually said were going to happen and when they said they'd actually happen. I know many of you, including myself, we were worried because we hadn't heard anything from the game directly. What's going to happen? Are they pushing everything back? But thankfully, everything is on track, and we should get some major changes to the game next week. Finally, my friends, I want to talk about the future of this game. And, at this point, we have no idea what direction the game is going to take us as far as the future goes. And it's one of those things where, and I've said this before, if you're watching these videos or any Division 2 video, you obviously still love the game and chances are you're going to be playing for a while. Not only that, but there seems to be a lot of new players coming to this game. And I don't know what the number is when I say a lot, but I can use my channel as an example where it's like, I would say on a weekly basis, I get 60 to 80 messages from people saying they just started this game, they love it, and, do we have any tips to try to help them out? The other thing I've mentioned recently is the fact that they are promoting this game like crazy. The fact that Resident Evil is using The Division as one of their crossover events. I mean, look, the thing is, and I said this before as well, they're not going to put money into optimizing this for next-gen systems, and they're not going to promote a game that they actually don't see a future in my opinion. Now, please keep in mind, as I say that, I have no inside information. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. But one of the most important things that the game seems to be doing is continuing to make improvements to the actual gameplay itself and moving this thing in the right direction. And as we start to wrap this video up, one thing I want to once again mention is the fact that the cancellation of the state of the game is not the developer's fault. Unfortunately, they are front and center when it comes to people criticizing when things change. My friends, this does not fall on their shoulders at all. And I say that knowing that it is frustrating sometimes to not hear anything from the game in regards to details. But the fact is, there are times where they can't say anything. There are NDAs that they signed. And, the thing is they're not always privy to things that are going on at Ubisoft because, anything Massive says has to be cleared by Ubisoft first. So once again, I want to say thank you for respecting this platform that I'm trying to build. We do not bash people. We do not judge people. It does not happen here. And the fact is, this should be all about working together and really seeing improvements to a game that we all love. On that note, my friends, we're going to start to wrap this video up. Now, typically I would bring you another news video on Friday. I don't really see the point in that because chances are I won't have anything really new to tell you. Therefore, like I said before, on Monday I'll bring you an update, let you know what's going on with TU12, and give you all the patch notes at that point. As always, I want to take a brief moment and thank you all for the continued support. It's crazy. We're like, I can't thank you guys enough. Like, we're almost at 8,000 subscribers. And the fact is, and I've said this before also, is that, in my opinion, one of the best things about the game is the actual community surrounding it. Therefore, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you happen to be new here, hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of what we're doing. If you enjoyed this, you can hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.